Hello and welcome to new and returning viewers. Today I'm doing something a little different, which is reading a story by an author that I know who has given me permission to share her work. The Zombie Couple by Jess, written in September 2011. And I'm sure because when students left me work, I always made sure that they signed it and dated it. For those who don't know, for 23 years, I worked as an educational assistant. It was my privilege and honor to work with a number of very gifted and talented students, both in elementary and secondary. Jess is one of the former students I worked with at the secondary level. The story I'm about to share today was written 11 years ago. The world has changed a lot since then, but zombies tend to still be quite popular, as you know if you're someone who watches The Walking Dead. A little bit about the author. I met Jess when she was attending high school. I am honored to say that we still keep in touch every now and again. It has been wonderful to see her grow from the young teenager that I first met into a young mother of two and moving forward with a career in photography. The Zombie Couple is a horror version of Romeo and Juliet, and it's also a story with a moral. The Zombie Couple. Once upon a time, there was a zombie boy who just wanted to find love. But every time he thought he found his love, his parents would say, "Now, Sean, this is not the girl for you." He always asked why they said that, and they always came up with an answer. One day, when Sean was hanging out with his friends in the graveyard, he had seen a very pretty zombie girl. He asked his buddies who she was, and if anybody knew, but they didn't. Sean went over to talk to her. He said, "Hello, my name is Sean." And she said, "My name is Macy." From then on, they were always together. Sean started to have feelings for Macy, but he was scared to tell her. So he and his buddies came up with a plan for him to tell Macy how he felt. Sean was going to take her on a moonlight picnic in the graveyard where they had met, and he'd tell her then. That day, when Sean saw Macy, he gave her a hug and left a note in her bag, which read, "Hey Macy, please meet me at the grave where we first met. I'd like to talk to you about something." Macy smiled and told all of her friends. While Sean was getting everything ready to go to the grave to meet Macy, his parents walked in the room and asked, "Sean, where do you think you're going?" Sean said, "I'm going to hang out with my friend Macy in the graveyard." As he finished packing, his father watched what he was putting into the basket. Sean saw his father watching him and said, "Must you watch what I'm doing all the time?" All his father could say is, "This is more of a date than a hangout with a bunch of buddies in the grave, isn't it?" Sean said, "Yes, it is more of a date. I'm going to tell Macy how I feel about her." His father walked away and Sean kept packing. Then he went to get dressed to leave. By the time Sean was there, Macy was standing looking really beautiful in a knee-length black dress and some flats. Macy asked, "What's in the basket?" Sean answered, "A picnic I packed for us while we talk about what I want to talk to you about." They found the perfect spot to sit and talk while having their picnic. Sean said, "Macy, I have something I really need to tell you." Macy said, "What is it? You can tell me anything." So Sean told her how he felt, and to his surprise, she felt the same way. By the end of the picnic, they were officially a couple. When Sean got home, he told his parents what happened, and they told him, "She's not the right girl for you." The next day, when Sean was hanging out with his friends, Macy came up to him and said, "Thank you for last night. I had a lot of fun." Right before he walked away, she kissed him on the cheek and went on her way with her friends. Sean's parents had seen the kiss, and they called him over to talk to him. They said he needed to break up with her or she will be killed. As they were overprotective of their son, and in the land of zombies, if you can't find a mate by the age of 18, you must be killed. His reply to that was, "I love her. I'm 18 and she's 17. I can do what I want." He never broke up with her, and 2 days after she went missing, he never saw her again. His friends told him she was killed. Sean killed himself the day after finding out, so that he could be with her again. As Sean had killed himself to be with the love of his life, his parents realized they shouldn't have been trying to control him. After all, he was 18, almost 19. To this day, only a few people know what happened between Macy and Sean. The story around town was she had run away because of a broken heart. The true story is she was zombie-napped and killed, so she and Sean couldn't be together anymore. Some zombies still think that Sean and Macy's souls are stuck on Earth and they're walking around in each other's arms watching over everybody. Sean's parents got a divorce and never spoke to each other again. His father died of a heart attack and his mother died of being alone. After Sean's parents passed, everyone who knew Macy and Sean found out the truth of what happened. Now all of the zombies who had known Macy and Sean didn't pick on their kids about who they were dating. They didn't want to lose their children the way Macy and Sean's parents had lost Macy and Sean. They were all happy for their children finding happiness. The story is a tale about Macy and Sean and how much Sean loved Macy and what he did to be with her again. So hopefully as a parent, although you may not agree with the choices that your children make in terms of partners, it is important to be supportive of their choices, focus on whether their partner makes them happy, and keep the communication lines open. I would like to say a big thank you to Jess for sharing this story with me, and I've enjoyed reading it over the years more than once, and it always brings a smile to my face. One, because it reminds me of a school where I loved working, and two, because it reminds me of the young teenager I met and how far she has come since the story was written. I hope you as a viewer enjoyed this story, and if so, please be sure to give Jess a big shout out in the comments below. Until next time, happy reading!